Hi, everybody. All right, we're back. Stream number 55. Freaking killing it this week with the number of streams that I've been doing, but not really killing it with the numbers of people watching. But that's okay. So, this is going to be stream 55, Paint Phase 2A. We're going to continue. Uh-oh. Come on, Droid Cam. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do this to me every time? What's going? I even got Pro. Well, that was not very smooth again. I think I need to do it where it doesn't disconnect every time I. Okay. What does this box keep highlighting? Anyway. All right. Yeah, we're gonna continue the painting on this. Beautiful painting. And just watch some videos, chill out. And before we start, we got to do Good Bad Man stuff to check out today. So I'm going to pin this in the chat for the rest of the stream, and we'll go over it right now. All right. So starting off for artists, check out Robert Williams. He's one of my favorite artists. Does a lot of surrealism type stuff. For music, we've got the song Golden Brown by Cage the Elephant. It's actually a cover of an old song, but I love it. Movie, I'm going with Dune 1984 because I just love I know a lot of people hate it, but uh I don't know. I really like it. And for TV, slash YouTube, Vetted. It's a YouTube channel that focuses on UFOs and UAP type stuff. And then for book slash magazine, this is a book called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind by Chuck Barris. It's a really good book. It's a somewhat true story. There's also a movie, same name, with Sam Rockwell. That's also really good. So those are the stuff to check out for stream number 55. All right, let's get rid of that. Oh shit! Hey, what's up, man? Big guy, 19,999. Hi, bro. Nearly weekend. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's Thursday, right? Yes, it is Thursday. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by, dude. Here, we're gonna throw on. Wait, wait, Nintendo. Oh shit. Um, no way. Oh shit. Oh, cool. We'll watch this together. Cool. Good, man. But I hate the weather today. It's like 33 degrees Fahrenheit, so foggy. Oh, really? Yeah. It's like I went out earlier this morning to get a coffee, and it was fucking freezing here. Um, where is the weather on this? Oh, it's right there. Huh. It's 22 Fahrenheit here. My car was like frozen solid. All right, I'm gonna play this Nintendo Switch 2 trailer. And my brother's relationship is over after 2.5 years. She was like assistant for me. Yeah, oh man, that sucks. I know it's so shitty when like somebody becomes a part of your family and like you just can't when they're I do actually know a lot of people whose like families ended up being like friends with the ex more than they would talk to their like actual kid. Yeah, it just takes time. Get over it. All right, let's see what this is all about. Here's some motivation. Gotta work to find one of these fuckers. All right, so this is the old Switch. Oh, okay. USB-C. Oh yeah, USB-C on the top too. Oh, oh. What is that sensor for? This is a sick trailer. This trailer should have came out like 2 years ago, though. Okay. Oh, oh, it's a mouse. Oh, they're not gonna show what that does. Is that it? They're not even gonna show the screen on. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, I thought the bezel would be a little smaller. Okay. Dude, I had an original Switch. Oh, dude. I wonder how much it's gonna be. Okay, they kind of showed that it looks like there's a sensor on the actual Joy-Con that turns it into a mouse that you would literally like hold like that and like drag along something. See, I thought they were gonna, I mean, they still could, but integrate the Wii or Wii U's light bar or that type of technology in the top of the Switch. So when you dock it, you get the same functionality as a Wii with the tracking. Um, wow, that's cool. Yeah, I had to sell mine because I needed money at the time, and I had an original one. And I was actually thinking about this the other day. Was like, I want to get the new one because my Nintendo account has like so many games I bought, and I didn't even think like I could just re-download all that shit. But that does look sick. Oh man, I'm gonna see what they actually. Hold on. Oh,
Well, they did it.
shit, how do I go back? I wanna go back to that trailer and just look at that one part where it shows it shows it dragging along right here. Yeah, there's a sensor right there. It's right there. It's interesting. I'm just happy with my PS4. I mean, yeah, I love my Series X. That thing, oh my God. I am never selling that Xbox Series X because I bought that when it came out and people were scalping the shit out of them, and I ended up overpaying for it so much. I don't even want to say how much I paid for it, that I am never getting rid of that thing. That thing's staying with me forever. I gotta go eat and off to work. Wish me luck. Eastern tomorrow. I'll be there longer. Oh yeah, no worries, man. Have a good day at work, and I forgot what I was gonna say, but just have an awesome day, dude. Um, yeah, I think I'll be streaming tomorrow. Um, but yeah, dude, thank you for stopping by. I always appreciate it, as you know. All right, have a good day, man. All right, let's see what these other guys have to say. I want to see what RGT has to say. 'Cause he is pretty funny. Oh shit. Wait, why wouldn't it come up with the video that just
They just dropped a Nintendo Switch 2 first look trailer. I have not watched this trailer yet, so we're going to watch it together. I did
fuck it,
see
I'll
there's
watch it
an
with him
additional
too.
story that goes along with it, so we're going to talk
Oh,
about that as well. I just rolled out of bed. Y'all owe Nate the Hate an apology. I made my
yeah,
video last
that
night
is
saying, hey,
true.
it was going to happen. So many people are like, oh, it's not going to happen. And then it happened. Go apologize to Nate the Hate
I gotta watch
because
Spawn
he
Wave and
was
see if
right.
it came out
So here's
after.
the trailer, 2 minutes long. Obviously, not the longest thing in the world. I haven't watched this yet. We will watch it. I will be pausing whenever I feel like the need to pause on something happens. Let's just hop into this. Nintendo logo. They should just do that and then just be done. Just be like, that's all you get. I do wish this was longer, but and
I don't know. It
there's
shows
our
off pretty much
standard
everything.
Switch. Goodbye. Wave goodbye to him. It's
Bigger.
time to move on from this godforsaken thing. You got some nice production values here.
Yeah, I like that they're putting USB-C on the top and bottom. Did he not catch that?
Ah, so there's
He didn't catch that?
the kickstand. So that's pretty much the design that we saw leading up to this was that elongated kickstand because all of those accessories
Yeah,
were pretty much
he did not catch that.
showcasing this sort of kickstand. So it seems like a lot of those leaks were actually very real. And now I feel very justified in talking about them because I thought they felt real. I thought they felt real. A lot of this is feeling. You gotta
Especially with
feel.
AI.
Look at that. Look how limber that is. Usually you got to go to a strip club to see that sort of agility. That's kind of interesting though. How far back it goes. I wonder what
It's
the
definitely like
function
showcasing certain
of that
things.
is as far
Yeah,
as when you're like playing a game. Because
I agree.
what sort of game would you want to have it like that, or what sort of situation? I don't know. So bigger Joy-Con. We got the orange,
And then that pops
obviously trying
out.
to mimic the Dreamcast. All right, so quite a few things. So the SL and the SR buttons are indeed a lot bigger, which is something that we had seen
Shit, I need a
previously. We
smaller
have
brush. I don't
our
know what
our
I'm doing.
mysterious thing here. We have our system for the magnet. So really the leaks were spot on with this.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Orange and blue skies, baby. So we got the buttons. Very similar to the original Switch, but I like that.
I think I'm gonna clip my
Okay.
reaction.
That that kind of feels like how a mouse
Yeah, that's what I
works.
was saying,
Like
bro.
like the actual creature, a mouse,
Oh,
goes across the ground like that. I feel like that could be potentially a tease. unless they show what it actually is, but like that's how, if you've ever had a mouse in the house, that's how they kind of react. Clicking the sides.
I mean, it's called the Switch.
That's a good looking system.
It is.
Hold on, go back.
I like that
Go
it
back to
goes
whenever you were
basically
one
all
piece.
black
It's a good looking system.
once you have it like
You know,
clicked
is
in.
it
That's kind of cool.
updated enough in terms of the aesthetic of it?
I think the bezels are a little
For
big for how new this thing is.
some people, and Nintendo Switch too. So the logo is real. Man, it's crazy how accurate a lot of the leaks were for this system as far as the name, the design, the colorway. Like,
Yeah.
y'all owe some people apologies. Probably me. You probably bashed me in the comment section of my video saying I was wrong about things. Y'all owe some people apologies. So let's see if we can see anything fun here. Oh, Mario Kart.
Wow.
Ah, so the dock was, look at,
Wait.
that's
See that
crazy
thing?
with the
Hold
dock
on.
logo
I
and
just noticed.
everything.
Unless that's a reflection, but you see that thing right? Oh, can you not see my mouse?
Like so
I thought you could see my mouse. That's weird. Anyway, if you look right at the top of the Switch, it looks like there's a dark spot there. Oh, maybe that's a reflection. But even behind there, like it could be a little light bar,
accurate
right?
to all of the leaks. I wish you'd show more games.
See what I mean? But wait,
So,
why
you know
does
what I
it
noticed?
pop out?
This Donkey Kong here, that's an updated movie design Donkey Kong. That is not the standard Donkey Kong. So we still
Why
have
does it
the
do that?
dog face sort of situation, but it looks a little bit better potentially. Um
Huh.
I'm trying to see if any of the character designs look different here, but no. So we do get a Mario Kart. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, come on.
Shouldn't be a huge shock to anyone. But we have the little dog face controller here. 2025, so no. All right, so here.
No price, nothing.
Oh. Looks like y'all MVG an apology as well. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch
Oh.
2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh.
Details will be shared on the website at a later date. So I actually read that wrong. I thought that was saying something else. I think that's more so based on, well, actually, I don't know. So it's good that it does support both digital and physical, because I know that was kind of a bit of a question. But I
Oh,
do
right.
wonder,
They weren't
because
sure if it
if
could
it's
just
from a
do,
control scheme perspective,
yeah.
like you would imagine, and look, there's a nice comparison of the size difference here between the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. So a much,
Is that
much
the OLED
beefier
though?
boy. We
Or is
still
it they're
have
just going against the old
20
one?
seconds left. And I'm hoping that there's some cool stuff in there as well. But this is a much beefier boy. But I am interested to see when this gets updated. Like what sort of things determine
Yeah.
whether or not a game is fully supported or fully compatible. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, that could just be covering their own ass as well. You know, they don't want to be like a company like Analog and be like, oh, we got 100% compatibility with our N64 FPGA, and then something comes along that's slightly off or something like that. So that could just be covering their own asses. Come on, give me something else. Something else. Come on.
No.
More
I
teases.
think that was it, right?
Oh, that's a big one. April 2nd, 2025, a Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I guess that puts the kibosh on this system coming out in April, because you're gonna want to do that before, obviously before the
Oh,
system launches.
they're
So,
gonna release it the same
huh?
day, I bet.
Okay, maybe more so. I don't know. Maybe June, because
You think
unless
so?
they do pre-orders before showing off this direct that has Nintendo
Fucking
Switch 2 stuff
June?
in it, and obviously that's where the software is going to be and stuff like that. Like, you have to have some sort of April, May, June. That doesn't seem like long enough either. Come on, a little more tease. Oh, and this is what we're going to talk about in just a minute here. So let's look over this again. Obviously, it
He
looks
didn't
a
catch the
lot
two USB-Cs.
like the standard Nintendo Switch does. Um, I love the name. I love the simplicity of the name,
What?
Nintendo Switch 2. Showing you this is a different system. This isn't
Come
going to
on, this
be
should have been Super
like a Wii
Switch.
U situation where everyone was confused and nobody knew like what it was. Obviously gamers knew. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about
They could come out
the
with two different
casual
versions of
audience,
this
the
too.
people who don't follow games every single day. So it made for a more hectic situation. And obviously the Wii U to the Switch was a smooth transition because completely different names, but I like the Switch 2 name. I do wonder, like, this little mouse thing
Yeah.
really leads me to believe, because if you think about it, like, we really didn't learn all that much from this. We
No,
got some dates and stuff like that, but we really didn't learn like a whole hell of a lot.
they didn't
And
say
that's
anything.
very interesting how they kept this so secretive. I think this is teasing mouse like function, and that's why they're moving around like mice.
Yeah, and they have a little sensor
I do
there.
love the design of the system. It looks very sleek. It looks bigger than a Nintendo Switch, the standard Nintendo Switch, and even the OLED. I like this whole magnetic sort of thing. I think that's a much better system than the rail system that we got with the original Switch.
I
I like
agree.
the colors. Obviously they're not exactly Nick's orange and blue, but hey, it's close enough. It's almost like a Dreamcast orange, which, I mean, the Dreamcast is awesome, so you might as well emulate that. And then Mario Kart. So, this is I'm going to assume that this is going to be, because, like, I don't think this is an update. I don't recognize this course, but I'm not like a diehard course analyst, so I'm not going to say that this is a new Mario Kart. But oh wait, we got to look at the dock too. So the dock does have that sort of U-shaped design. See if got a light on the front there. But, like, that's definitely an updated Donkey Kong design. So unless they're doing Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe Edition updated for Nintendo Switch 2, hopefully that's a new thing. But I dig this. I think there's going to be people online who kind of are like, oh, it looks the same. It seems like it's very. Where's the big risk for Nintendo? Not everything needs a big risk, bruh. Not everything needs to reinvent the wheel. At some point in time, you have to realize, when you have a good idea and you have a good concept, you don't need to start, changing things up willy nilly. You don't need to try and innovate and try and be
I agree.
completely different than your previous predecessor.
Wow,
Something,
that looks
especially if your previous
black.
predecessor does what the Switch did. The other thing I want to
Huh.
take a look at
Hold on.
is, I did see this. There is a Nintendo Switch 2 experience
The
that
fuck?
will be taking place in different areas, New York, Los Angeles, Dallas. You can register for a ticket to hopefully
Why does that look so
be
black?
able to play it. So they're doing one
Wait, hold on.
here
What's
from
the
the 4th to the
default?
6th in New York. the 11th through the 13th in LA,
What the
and
fuck?
the 25th to the 27th, all of April,
That is not
in
even the same
Dallas.
color.
So, kind of an interesting thing here. You're probably not getting in as far as, let's see if there's anything else
Okay,
here.
that's a
No,
little
this
bit
just
better, but
links
damn.
right to the trailer. So yeah, an interesting day. An interesting day with a lot of fun. And I'm sure the day is just getting started. I'm sure we'll learn more stuff
Mm-hmm.
about this. And I'm sure companies will start being like, hey, yeah, that Switch 2, our game's coming to that system. We've got things to talk about. So let me know. Let me know what you think of the teaser trailer. Obviously, a lot of this was more analytical. I want to see games. I want to see software. I want to see features. I want to see all
Yeah.
sorts of fun stuff. But it's nice. I'll go apologize to Nate. Go apologize to him right now, you heathens. Because Nintendo freaking did it. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be talking a lot more about this crap as
This
time
shit should have
goes
came
on
out
because it's
like
exciting. New
honest,
hardware, freaking
like 2
finally.
years ago.
And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
I feel like this shit should have came out when the Switch OLED came out, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe they needed to research new technology, but I doubt it. All right. Where's my fucking okay? All right, let's check out Vetted.
What is
What's up?
going on, right? Because a new whistleblower is allegedly coming out this Saturday in an exclusive
Oh, that's
interview on
right.
News Nation with Ross Coulthart, claiming to
God
be
damn,
part
look at all
of
that
a
fucking
crash
pencil.
retrieval program, right? And recovered an egg-shaped
Excuse me.
craft that he believes to be non-human, right? Extraterrestrial alien, all right? And supposedly during this exclusive on Saturday night, this Saturday, the 18th, they are going to be showing video footage of this crash retrieval, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a snippet of what potentially could be that crash retrieval video, right? So I've got a bunch of clips to show you to give you all the context, and you're going to hear a little snippet as well from this firsthand alleged whistleblower who, again, recovered an egg-shaped craft, right? And then they flew off with it in a helicopter. And supposedly, again, there's video footage of that. So let's see. But first, let's get a little more context around the story before I play the clip from the whistleblower himself.
Well, since last year's groundbreaking interview with whistleblower David Grush, News Nation's been out front on this story, and we've got another major exclusive. A new whistleblower is coming forward saying he's not just saying he's heard about a secret government program to retrieve UFO crash remains. He says he's worked on this program. He claims to have video to prove it and credentialed colleagues who back him up, and he has the attention of at least one senior lawmaker. News Nation's Ross Coulthart has been working on this story for more than a year. He conducted
Dude, there's
the
another
interview for
guy
a
too that
special
just came
report
out on
airing
Jesse
right
Michaels,
here this
and he
Saturday
says he
8
works
p.m.
at fucking Area
And News Nation
51.
correspondent Joe Khalil is here with a first look. Joe, these are pretty stunning claims.
Yeah, they are, Elizabeth. The man you saw in the video, Jake Barber, he's an Air Force veteran, and he is coming forward with some shocking claims. The first person to go public saying that he actually participated directly in a secret military program that he believes was to retrieve UAP or alien craft. Now, Barber says he was contracted as a helicopter pilot. He retrieved all kinds of crashed craft. Some of it, he says, top secret and explainable. Others, he says, however, he believes were non-human origin. It's not just him. We've got 3 other military veterans backing up his story on the record and on camera to News Nation.
All right, so there's a lot to unpack there, right? I mean,
this is the year, man.
I will be waiting for Saturday, right? And this guy sounds kind of legit, right? And he's got other veterans
I feel like
willing
this is
to
the way
back up
they
his
would
story
release this
on
information.
camera, right? No anonymity. No, I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy.
Elected too.
Finally, right?
Weird.
Someone who can talk about this firsthand, right? Now, I will admit it's a little odd that you can talk about this, but I don't
Yeah.
know, right? We'll wait and find out. Now, let's get to some of this testimony from this gentleman, right? And hear from him directly. And again, just a sneak peek of
I
what's going to
wonder
be
if they
coming
think,
this Saturday on the
you know,
18th
here's just
of
a
what
theory,
he's.
but I wonder if all these people, all these like military dudes are coming out now. Well, like and going public, even though they're still like that one guy's, I think he's still active duty. Maybe they're doing that because Trump is about to go into office and maybe they feel like or are talking behind the scenes that they would not be like, prosecuted or like fucking disappeared when he's in office. Because I think with Biden, I don't think Biden knows what the fuck at all is going on behind the scenes. He seems like he is just there to be a figurehead right now, which is terrifying to me. So I'm excited. I can't wait for, you know, fucking something new to happen in this country. Like we need to like get our shit together and become the America that we were, because we are not doing good. I don't care what anybody says. The good are the fucking, top percent of people are doing good, but right now everybody's doing not good, I will have to say. And if you're doing good, then I mean, awesome, more power to you, but I can say that normal people out here are not doing good. All right, let's watch the video. I wish I could just like voice start it. Sorry, Patrick.
Saw, right, allegedly of this egg-shaped craft. And again, stay with me because I do have a small snippet of what potentially could be part of
Damn, I think I
this
have to use
crash
that. It
retrieval
works so much better.
video.
Okay,
Right.
whatever.
So, all right, here we go.
Tell me about the moment when
Which
you
one's this?
realized that you were involved in a retrieval of
Let's try this one.
non-human technology, alien tech.
So it became very clear the first time our communication process and procedure was modified. And then just visually looking at the object on the ground, you could tell that it was extraordinary and
Why is the eye
anomalous.
so
It was not human.
bugged out?
How close did you get?
Well, I was a helicopter pilot and I operate with 150 foot to 200 foot long line. So I got within 150 feet of this object.
What did you see?
I saw an egg, a white egg.
Was there any visible propulsion system on it?
No, not what we would know. There's no engine, there was no thermal signature. I was operating at night when I finally came in to pick it up, so I'm working under night vision goggles at the time. And it was quite clear. I flipped them up, flipped them down, and looked at it a couple of different ways.
How did you know that that egg-shaped object was non-human in origin?
Well, visually, after seeing all kinds of things in my past, it was clearly something that was ridiculously looking. It's inconsistent with anything I'd ever seen before. I can also tell you that the reaction by my team, we all knew we were dealing with something extraordinary.
And at no stage were you ever subsequently told that the craft was of non-human origin?
I will tell you that during this process, over the last couple of years, it's been confirmed to me by ranking members of the UAP task force that what we were working with that night was in fact NHI, and it was not a unique experience.
That's fucking crazy!
All right, so it sounds like this gentleman is flying a helicopter, right? He's the
Bro.
pilot, and he says he's got this tow line, which is just, this cable, right? 150 feet, 200 feet. And so he's saying he's 150 feet away from the object, but not like
It's
looking
interesting
at it
too.
like, in a field or something, right? At the crash.
Honestly, it does seem like disclosure is about to happen because I don't know, it does seem like a lot of people that are into this, like behind the scenes, it almost seem to slowly be putting together something to that's like, I don't know, I guess to soften the blow of what's about to be revealed, I guess. Because you know that some religious people are gonna fucking lose their minds. So, yeah, I don't. That's interesting. I mean, I think the number one reason why they would keep this from us for so long is uh maybe to prevent panic or like the breakdown of society, or that was the reason at the beginning, and then shit just got so out of hand and secretive that it is almost impossible to like really find the truth of what the fuck is going on. It's so compartmentalized. Oh, very interesting though. But also, even though I don't really support him because he seems like a grifter, but Dr. Stephen Greer, he starts a podcast and what yesterday, and is like, in episode one, he's like, I had to start this because of the coming uh things coming out. And I was like, wait, what? So I think he knows that something's about to happen too. And along with Ross Coulthart and News Nation dropping this fucking little doc, the world went fucking nuts when they dropped the David Grush interview. So, and he was not a first-hand witness. Like, he just knew of information of other people. But apparently, this one is going to be on Saturday, is actually a first-hand witness to something. Yeah. I don't know if it's this guy that they're showing in this preview, or if it's the guy that was on Jesse Michaels, or if it's both. Maybe they were on the team together. Because that other guy that was on Jesse Michaels, he said he saw something in like a lab that was like an orb, like a metallic orb that looked like a mirage with hieroglyph, oh my god, hier, hieroglyphs, hieroglyph on the bottom of it.
But looking down at the object, right? And it's at night, right? He says more on that in a second. And he's flipping up his night vision goggles, right? And I didn't realize helicopter pilots fly with night vision goggles, but I guess that's a thing. And then, right, so he's trying to look at it different ways. But I guess what is confusing is he never saw the object on the ground. So I guess the helicopter shows up to the scene and they hook it up down on the ground and then he takes off, right? So he sees it that way, right? Which is kind of odd because he's talking about it like as he's flying, he's sort of looking up at it down. But wouldn't you, if you're flying in with the chopper, wouldn't you see the thing? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Maybe not.
Right? If you're flying
it's
in, you see
pitch
the thing
black,
you're going to pick up.
no,
right?
you're probably just seeing
So
a
I don't
marker.
know. Maybe there'll be more on that in the interview coming up right on Saturday. But that's
I think what they see is like an IR, like an infrared blast, or like an infrared marker that they put down. And then I think the helicopter pilot sees that in the night vision and knows where to land. But I don't think they can see much more than that besides like heat signatures and shit. So like, especially if it's pitch black with night vision goggles on, yeah, I seriously doubt that you'd be able to see at all. And they're super trained.
I don't know. I'm just asking questions. That's kind of interesting, right? And so he must have, on ground level, must have not known. So he's called in to pick this thing up, and so he's not part of the actual
What
on
a
the ground
rare.
retrieval, at least not in this instance. Or maybe there's more to come out on Saturday, right? Some of these questions, and maybe the other members, who were sticking up for him, right? That what they talked about earlier, who did on-camera interviews. Maybe they are the people that were on the ground. I don't know, right? I'm just curious how he only saw it like looking down. And how do you
Yeah.
look down? I guess you can't see what you're,
Yeah. Well, no,
you
he's
know,
got like a thing there, and he's going like
carrying if
this.
you're in the chopper, right? You do need to see it, but I don't know. Just a lot of questions. Just trying to put
Damn,
myself
Patrick,
in his
you could
position
definitely have
and
Googled that
what he
beforehand.
sees, right? Another question I was asked is, what about when he got to the location where he was dropping it off, right? How far away could this actually be, right? Like, I mean, helicopters can't just like fly around the country, right? You have limited gas. It can only go so far. So wherever
I
this
think he should have
chopper
looked
took
all
off
this
from,
info up because
clearly,
I mean, I don't know either,
was
but
near
like,
this location, right? Which is interesting, right? So he just happened to be on call within chopper distance to
okay,
come
so
get
it's
this,
a
right?
military
I don't
lifting
know. Again, just
chopper.
asking questions. And what about when he got to where he was dropping it off at, right?
All right, hold on. Come on, Patrick. All right, let's see. Military, or U.S. military. Oh my God. U.S. military heavy lift helicopter. All right, so it'd probably be a Chinook. Actually, that seems like way too much. Heavy lift helicopters. I don't think Blackhawks pick things up, do they? Let's see. Skorsky, BME, Boeing, Chinook. Hmm. Let's see. Um, let's see. What uh helicopters does the U.S. military use for recovery? The Seahawk, the Pavehawk, and the Deep Drone. Okay, so it is a Blackhawk. Okay. So let's just see. Heavy lift, Black Hawk range. Range. Maximum range of 1,380 miles. It can lift up to 8,000 pounds using its external cargo hook. So, how fucking far is 1,380 miles? Hold on. I'm sorry. I should show this while I'm doing it. How do I do that? I need to make a. Okay, I know how to do it. I'll open that. Need to go to that, like that, and then we need to. Sorry, everybody. Um, oh, whoops. God damn it. Okay. Okay, so what is it? Google Map. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna bring this up here. We're gonna use this as a window capture. Turn it on. Ah, look at that. I'm so smart, Mom. Okay. Okay. All right. And then let's see. We'll go we'll go let's see, California. Directions, not my location. Please God, don't show that. NYC. NYC to California is 2,000. I mean, that's driving. How many miles is it walking? We walked straight there. Cycling 2,300. God damn. I don't know how to make like a fucking whatever. All right, so that's how much? Like 3,000 miles, right? So half of that would be the range of a Blackhawk. So yeah, man, you could fucking go anywhere. Like, look at that. It would be like, I mean, maybe not lifting something. I don't know.
Did he drop off the egg at whatever they were going and then he took off again? Or wouldn't he land and go look at it and be like, hey, what was I carrying, man? What is that thing? You know, I don't know.
He probably
like, how does that
he probably
work
knows
out?
not
Like,
to
I guess
ask.
take me through the entire process, which I would imagine this Saturday they're going to do. I really hope so anyway, because I would like to know how takeoff and landing, what was that all about, right? And the flight, did anything happen while you were flying, right, with this thing? That would also be interesting to know, right? But what did the co-pilot think, right? He couldn't have been alone.
Bro,
You know, maybe it was a
Rush
shell containing
sucks.
something inside, right? Because he's not told till way later on by ranking members of the UAPTF, as he put it, right? Like Jay Stratton and other people.
Fucked up too.
That I don't know if it's Jay Stratton. I'm just saying he's saying ranking members, whatever that means. I don't know. Maybe David Grush. I don't know. Is he a ranking member? I don't know. They tell him later, dude, that was
Wait, what's
alien
this one?
tech, right? And so now he just comes out and says that. Look, either
Okay,
way,
this one should work.
I'm excited for this Saturday, and I'm excited to hear more from this gentleman and these other people that are going to go on camera. And, of course, this video that they're talking
That
about.
color
right?
on
This
the camera
crash
looks
retrieval
so
video. Now,
bad,
remember,
though.
he said this was at night, right, when he's flying. So, look, Ross Coulthart went on a podcast called Triggered. It's hosted by Donald Trump Jr., sorry. And Lou Elizondo was on with them, and they showed kind of that same clip that I just showed you of the gentleman talking, right, the whistleblower.
Wait,
but they
Don
also
Jr.'s
showed
into
another little
UFOs?
clip that when they play it, it's interesting, right? Let me play the clip, and then we'll come back, because in this is potentially a clip of this crash retrieval video. But notice what time of day the video is.
We are not alone. Check this out.
It's probably in night
How long have
vision.
you known this secret about unidentified, anomalous phenomena being of non-human origin?
For more than 10 years. We did recover things that were exotic in nature in the sky, and we know they were classified craft. And we recovered them and took them back to where they go.
Now that is clearly technology that is certainly not known.
I got within 150 feet of this object.
We are not alone.
We are not alone.
Now, I have to admit, there's something just so strange with that clip, as I'll point
are you
out here in
talking
just a
about?
second. And, you
I
know,
don't
just
think
as
that's
a
the
preface here,
clip.
right, that's a clip shown on a Rumble stream with Donald Trump Jr., with Ross Coulthard and Lou Elizondo, which I'm imagining, you know, Ross brought it there because, well, you know, they show that clip of the chopper, right, with this tow line or whatever it is, right, the cable. And it doesn't really look like a military chopper. But
it looks like
then
they're
again,
just
I'm not an
demonstrating
expert
it.
when it comes to that. And the camera's oddly placed, right?
What are you
But
talking
so I don't
about?
know if that's, you know, a reenactment or
Yeah.
other footage just to kind of show. I don't know if that was added by the Triggered team, right? The Don Jr.'s team. Because if you noticed at the end, did you notice something kind of odd with the lighting, right? Something was edited very oddly, which may make me think that that footage is just inserted, right? It has nothing to do with the actual crash retrieval video, right?
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Take a look at this last part again, one last time.
Is clearly technology that is certainly not known.
I got within 150 feet of this object.
We are not alone.
We are not alone.
Clearly, that last part is edited with different stuff, right? You can tell from the lighting, as I'll show right here, right? You can see it's well lit and then
It's
very
a
dark.
trailer,
Now,
bro.
there could be many reasons for that. They shot it just different times of the day, and then they edited it. And it could be
I don't know,
one of
Patrick.
those clips
You seem
didn't
like
get
you're reaching,
colorized
dude.
properly, right? And so the brightness and stuff wasn't brought up to level. It does look like to me like that was shot on the same day. But
It's just an
clearly
interview.
different parts of the conversation were edited together to make it seem like that's how that went, and it didn't, right? Clearly there's something off there with that, and that's fine. It's a clip.
Wait,
It's a, you know,
what?
things happen, but it is kind of misleading that he's saying we're not alone. The other guy said we're not alone. I mean, that's just not. And Ross's response to what he said, it's not the same. Like none of it fits together.
It's
to be
a
honest with you. It's like
trailer,
three
bro.
different clips,
Come
you know,
on.
brought together there. Which
We're
again
trying to get your
kind
fucking
of
suspense.
makes me think that that footage of the helicopter in daytime, okay, isn't part
Come on,
of,
man.
it's not actually
gotta
the crash retrieval footage, which is kind of implied, but clearly they're doing some editing, so maybe there is that's just sort of a reenactment or dramatization or something like that, but typically you would put that on the screen, right? But who knows, right? Because as you know, remember from the dude's testimony earlier, he said it was at night.
I was operating at night when I finally came in to pick it up. So I'm working under
okay,
night
bro.
vision goggles at the
It's
time.
just B-roll.
And it was quite clear. I flipped them up, flipped them down, and looked at it a couple of different ways.
All right, I'll put this in the description, but Patrick's severely reaching in this video. All right, let's see what we got here. Let me see what we got here. All right, let's check this one out.
What's been released, the videos that were making the headlines.
Tell me,
all
James
across
Fox,
the
tell
world.
me.
You're telling me that the evidence that's been released, that there's more or something like that? And he goes, the phenomenon took as long as it did. It took me 8 years. I started when I was 43.
You went all over the world, too.
I went all over the world, yeah. And I ran out of money at the time, and I lost my bank account, became a dad, like, you know, all those things. Kept going. And when I finished it, I watched it in Los Angeles in a place called Juniper Post, who does the audio work, because we were going to be, for the first time ever, in movie theaters. And everyone said to me, if you want to be in a theater, if your audio ain't right, you got to have, you need to hire an audio engineer. And I was like, I've never hired an audio engineer. You don't, all these pros, you don't understand, James. You can't be in a theater without proper sound, the balance, the modulation, all the little microscopic surgery that these guys do. He did it. He was amazing. And Ben Zerai. And I watched the film in that studio, and I didn't watch it again for several years after that, but I was like, okay, this is it. Yeah, we got it. We locked it down finally.
Yeah.
That's the one that I've been trying to do since I was 24.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most comprehensive history of the modern UFO phenomenon ever.
Yeah, and
no pun intended.
And I wanted to create a body of evidence that could transcend in a big way the UFO community. No problem. I'm part of the UFO community, but I felt, what's the point of preaching to the choir? I want to be able to present a body of evidence to the mainstream, to a much more mainstream audience, so let them know that there's really something more than swamp gas and weather balloons to the phenomenon, right? And I did it. I felt like we did it. You know, I had well, look at all the credits in the film. Most of them deserved it, not all of them, but that's that's another story altogether.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna blue balls us there. I see it. But you get that was, you know, you get to sit down with a guy like Harry Reid, who
it was amazing.
You know, this longtime senator and everything, and was read in allegedly on some of this stuff. But that's where the initial idea for the program obviously comes from, because you're doing this comprehensive history and you stumble upon the fact that there were official, you know, obviously you have the 2017 Christopher Mellon taking the documents out of the Pentagon and going to the New York Times and bringing it public while you're making the phenomenon. And then you're in the midst of making the phenomenon. You're talking to people like Harry Reid and you're like, holy shit, we have actual programs that are documented that look at this and nothing else, you know? So, I mean, were you thinking to yourself, holy shit, all these crash retrieval, you know, folklore all the way up to Men in Black, because this is before you did Moment of Contact, might actually be based on something real because of what guys like Harry Reid were telling you?
You know, it's kind of like I remember when it happened at the time, because I almost like pinched myself. It's been a couple of times in my career where I'm in such a state of disbelief that I have to literally physically like kind of pinch myself, because I'm going, did that really just happen? Like, really? And I remember the first time it happened with Fife Symington, the former governor of Arizona, when he admitted after doing this whole spoof 10 years earlier, where he had his aide dressed up as an alien, and he came out and mocked the whole Phoenix Lights case, and everyone was so pissed off about that. And
he had seen it.
Time when he admitted, I was like, did I just hear what I think I heard? Like, he just said he saw it and he investigated it, and then it wasn't of this earth. He knew that just by the sheer size, and you know.
And then he fucking lied to everybody. It's so
fucked up. I was pinching
up.
myself, going, "No, I'm not sleeping. This really happened." I was pinching my leg, and then I was like, "Oh, the camera's not rolling." So I looked over to see if the red light was still going on the camera. You know, one of those moments. And when Harry Reid said to me, because I remember I was being somewhat conservative, it was a huge moment in my career. Like, imagine, right?
Oh yeah.
And I don't think anybody had gotten, I mean, that was the biggest sit-down interview he ever gave, because he got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, he was
right
gone
after it
quick.
happened. Yeah. And so I said, you're telling me, something like this, you're telling me that what's been released, the videos that were making the headlines all across the world, you're telling me that the evidence that's been released, that there's more or something like that? And he goes, was it like the vast majority, or it's just the tip of the iceberg? Some extremely profound statement. Like, you always suspect it, but to have that level of confirmation by that level of person on camera, wow, that was an incredible moment in my career. It was like, oh my God, all these things that we've been hearing in Roswell and Kingman, Arizona, and Aztec and Virginia, and just all this stuff. It's like, this changes everything. Like, if you think about it, because, you know, people often ask me, like, why do I keep pushing? What's wrong with you? You're just obsessed, you know? And I say to them, like, well, imagine if this stuff is true. Imagine if we have hardware from an alien species. I say alien because I don't know, whatever they are, but they're alien to us. If we have hardware in bodies, how significant of a story would you give that? And everybody goes, holy shit. It doesn't matter what your political background, your religious, whatever. All around the world, everyone says the most significant story, period, right?
Of course.
So I am convinced that it's going down, and it's a very difficult story to walk away from. And quite frankly, I'm not going to ever walk away from it until it's out. And it's coming out. It's coming. The story's coming out.
It needs to.
Yeah, it's coming. I mean, it's coming out.
Yeah, one
They're
of the
not putting
things,
the genie back in the bottle. Sorry.
one of the things you've talked about, Jason, is that there's a difference between I want to get this right, difference between disclosure and national security interests, something like that when it comes to the phenomenon. Are you basically saying that if we had evidence that literally that we are not alone in the universe, people have a right to know that at a broad level, whereas the things that may be more finite within that would impact our national security, they don't?
Yes, that's kind of how I feel about it too. It's just that, yeah, there's a
Oh,
difference between a weapon
no.
system from a technology, be it from our own making.
Oh, dude, this whole thing was going so well until I saw him. Damn. I think this guy is just like a Richard Doty type of person who has just been placed for misinformation. Either placed or he's just seeking so much attention. Because with Vetted, he kind of fucked him over, Jason Sands, because Patrick was like reported on something he had said, and then he said he didn't say it, and then months later, it turns out he did say it. I remember that. That was fucked up. All right, let's see if this works, because I couldn't find this orange when I was doing these, and this is fluorescent orange, and I did not want to really do fluorescent. Okay, that's way better. Okay. We'll do that really light, maybe, with some water. Along the edge. It's a dark ass fucking color, huh? See, I should have done this first and then that color on top, but you live and you learn. Dude, the colors on that screen do not look right. Like, what is going on? It's not even close to what that color is. Hold on. What does it look like over here? No, that is weird. It looks yellow. Uh-oh. What did I do? That's weird. Okay, hold on. Let me try and color correct this a little bit. I don't know what is going on. That looks fucking horrendous. Dude, what? Alright, let's turn on the bright. Okay, there we go. Still not right. Dude, it can't like reproduce it. What the hell? Wait, you think it's the hold on. Why is this so dim too? It looks okay on here though. Here, let me try to fix it on the phone itself. What's happening? What does my hand look like? Okay, that's better. I swear, it doesn't look that bad in real life. Fuck. Oh. Oh my god. I swear this is gonna look a lot better than it looks right now. This is not showcasing my art skills very well. Wow. But shit, you gotta start somewhere. And when you have to start with base coats, unfortunately, sometimes things don't look that great. Especially when you mistakenly use fluorescent paint instead of normal regular paint. But actually, this actually might work because it's kind of filling in any spots that don't get like good enough coverage. And I'm just doing like a light coat of this dark orange, or I mean, this is regular orange, but the one I put down before is fluorescent, so that's why it's so much brighter. Yeah, that look good though. I like to test a few, like I'll start painting that just to see kind of what it looks like first before I do all of them. It's a really weird way of painting. Like what I should have done is started at the middle and went outwards, but I never tend to do that. There. All right, well, I do not want to watch that video anymore. Shout out to Julian Dory, but this guy I think is full of shit. All right, let's see. Let's see, what do we got? Wait, Whack 100 and Adam 22 bring their girlfriend to No Jumper? What? What is this? I can't hear anything.
It's the Adam and Wack show, and you know we had to do it. We've been talking about it for
He's
a long,
still
long
with
time.
Lena?
It seems like today is the day we finally brought our queens together.
Are they gonna?
Wow. Introduce it to the people. You all know Leonard the Plug.
Hi, everybody.
But many of you may not be quite as familiar with the queen of Clubhouse, the queen of the 100 side, whatever the hell you be saying. R&B.
Hi.
Restoring your rhythm so there's no more blues.
Wait.
Wow. Okay,
what?
it's a commercial in here.
Yeah, we got our thing here. Restoring your rhythm.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's no more blues.
We can make you a slogan.
No. Our slogan's already made. Point up for us.
Okay, that's a
We
good
have a
point.
Pet Talk slogan.
We have a kid, you have a slogan.
That's okay.
What do you mean? We got children too.
You're working on it.
We got eggs and sperm up.
Eggs and sperm are not equal to a child.
Well, I have.
They're half baked.
I have a 10-year-old and a 17-year-old.
That's different. You
At the
didn't know
house.
her then.
Who? What do you mean? I
R&B. You didn't know her 10 years ago.
was dreaming about her, bro.
But I thought we were all going to have a child together, the twins, remember?
Well, we've been thinking about that because you guys are going to go surrogate on them, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I'm not, brother. We gotta live with this shit.
Right.
We're not doing that.
But I'm living all right with this. She had a whole
had a
thing
baby.
stored in there.
But hold
They
on.
cut it out too.
No, but hold on.
Yeah, they
Are
did.
you gonna take the chance of anything changing from that?
We already did, and it didn't change.
If you can
much.
afford a surrogate, you can afford a mommy makeover. I know I'm
okay.
doing devil's advocate right
Yeah,
now
but I mean,
because
to have you go through that, why? Now you're going through something twice. You're going through the pregnancy, everything come along with the pregnancy, and then after that, then you got to go through the surgery, then the healing from the surgery.
Okay, but a pregnancy is not all bad. She loved being pregnant. She was happy. She was like the greatest version of herself ever, although definitely there was a lot of depression that followed the birth.
No, but I will tell you this. The older you get, complications happen.
And I've done it 3 times already.
You have 3
cool.
kids?
I'm okay. Yeah.
For sure, you have a very, very solid rationale for having a surrogate, whereas for us, the reasoning would basically be to be able to keep doing porn.
And then I'm going to tell you another reason, too, is that, listen, I'm cool with it. But, bro, I can't be calling my sis my baby mama.
So you're saying you got to get married or what?
If she carries our child, you want to carry the twins?
Oh, her.
What the fuck are they talking about?
Carry your child as well?
What? Oh my god, what is going on in this world? I'm just not getting lucky with these videos today. God damn. Alright, come on.
It's finally official.
Tell me
This
about
morning, Nintendo just shadow dropped a trailer for the Switch 2 at the delightful time of 5 a.m., which I'm so glad I woke up for just in case. If you've been paying attention at all to the flurry of rumors and leaks that have been going on the last couple months, looks like a lot of them are right, especially when it comes to the physical design of the system. It is effectively a bigger Switch. But there's a lot of stuff that this trailer hard confirms that I want to go over real quick, as well as some teasers it sets up for things we're going to learn about in the near future. First off, the biggest thing this trailer really highlights is just the general physical design of the system. Some big changes worth noting that, we've seen a little bit before, but now we know our fact is that there is an additional USB-C port on the top of the system. There is a redesigned kickstand that is similar to the Switch OLEDs in that it is the full bottom part of the system, but now it's just a thinner profile U-shape rather than being the whole bottom flap, which is still way better than the little tiny kickstand the original Switch came with. The system in general looks to be a little bit bigger, which hopefully makes the Joy-Cons a bit more comfortable and just in general making portable mode better for some folks with larger hands. The Joy-Cons also now feature a slightly more upraised bit where the shoulder buttons are if you're using them by themselves. And as we've heard about before for a long time now, they are in fact magnetic. You can see it magnetically attached to the system itself as well as to a controller bridge. One thing that feels like a tease is that there were rumors that Joy-Cons were now going to have a functionality where you could use them like a mouse, holding it against a hard surface, and there is a part of the trailer where we see the Joy-Cons running around like that. We also get a very brief look at the dock, which is a dock. One interesting detail to pay attention to is that there is an additional button on the right Joy-Con that in the leaked materials had a C on it, whereas in this trailer it is left completely blank. I don't think the blank is a final design thing. I think that's Nintendo just not wanting to show the symbol for that button yet. I think that once we learn more information about the system, that's going to actually show what the symbol of the button is, probably that C, and explain what exactly it does. Now, again, this is a very teasery short trailer that was just showing the physical design of the system. They show the basic concept of how it still docks like a regular Switch. You can connect it to a TV. All that is still intact. There are some little interesting other things we've learned, though. For instance, they do show a brief bit of what looks like it might be Mario Kart 9, which an interesting detail there is that in the starting race lineup, you can see there are markers for 24 cars, which, it could just be an aesthetic thing for that particular stage, but if there is a 24 racer mode, that's the kind of madness that I am absolutely ready for. Now, that's it for the kind of teasery visual aspects of the system. Some other important things that Nintendo locked in is that they are going to be having a Switch 2 Focus Direct in April. It's going to be on April 2nd, and that's where I think we're going to see some real details about this thing, because for now, all we know is, well, the physical design of the system and the name. We'll probably see the actual release date, price lock-in, a couple system software reveals, and while I don't necessarily see Nintendo going in depth on the actual hard specs of the system, we'll probably learn a little bit about how the hardware is updated and changed compared to the original Switch, and personally, I'm hoping to see some kind of software level gimmick also introduced just to help differentiate it a bit more from the system. I understand the logic behind Nintendo making a very safe, direct upgrade with this console, but one of my favorite things about Nintendo is how they mess with people's preconceptions and how we get some very interesting new ways of play, which hardware-wise doesn't look like the system is going to do, at least based on the little bit we've seen. But there are plenty of things they could still do from a software integration level in the system that could change things up considerably. One feature that did get confirmed at the very end of the trailer is that they did say the system is going to be backwards compatible. I have seen a few people point out and latch on a little bit to a bit of disclaimer text with that, where they basically say, hey, it's not 100%, there are going to be some games that might not work or might not work quite the right way. This to me reads as pretty standard boilerplate of just in case of edge cases. I'm sure there are already some specific things that Nintendo's aware of and will share down the line as far as any particular games that might be an issue, but I wouldn't go in expecting it to be like suddenly half the library doesn't work on the Switch 2. I think it's going to be some very specific games that leverage a certain tech aspect of the original Switch, just something that might be different in the new Switch that makes it not quite work the exact same way. That's just a thing that happens sometimes with hardware shifts. Hopefully it's no one's particularly favorite game from the Switch coming over, but if it is, hopefully Nintendo will actually give us a list of which games have compatibility issues, and that way you know if you might need to hold on to your regular Switch or not. That said, though, honestly, I really don't expect it to be a particularly long list. This does feel like something that's just a sort of safe wording to announce right away as a disclaimer because, yeah, there are going to be those edge cases that exist. Outside of this trailer itself, there was one other bit of info that came out from Nintendo. It looks as if they are going to be hosting some hands-on demos for this next system. This is going to be an application-based demo, so it's not public. You can't just attend it. You have to apply using your Nintendo account. And within the US, it looks like there's going to be 3 different locations in Los Angeles, New York, and Dallas, with registration opening up on the 17th.
What about LA?
And that's basically it as far as just hard confirmation of what this trailer shows. There is a whole lot left to learn, which
that
we
looks
at least
so
know
bad.
now when to look forward to learning that on April 2nd. I gotta say, more than anything, I am just so happy that this reveal is now out and in the...
I can't tell if it's my computer monitor that's doing it or if it's just like what? Oh wait, we're on manual focus. Hold on. Auto. Okay, that doesn't look right either. Wait, how do I auto this? What the fuck's happening? 0. Auto. Oh. Well, what the hell? Why couldn't it do that before? That's the color we're looking for here, baby. Look how cool that is. Whoa. Oh, wait. Autofocus, baby. That looks so cool. Oh, this one's so done. Pretty much done. See, that still doesn't look right. I think because it's getting blown out in the background. Okay. So that does work. Boing, 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 boing. All right, we're at like an hour, 18 minutes. I'm gonna call it for right now. Going out with my mom in a little bit, so I'm gonna go get ready. But thank you for watching. Shout out to Big Guy 19,999 for stopping by like always. Remember, if you follow, your name will be in this outro video that I'm about to play. And don't forget to check out my things to check out. It'll be in the description along with all of the links to these videos that I've been watching during this stream. Oh, can you see me? Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. I was ready. Uh-oh. All right, peace.